You are dying every single day. Most people think death is a distant event, something that happens later. But the truth is far more shocking. You are dying right now, in this very second. Every breath you take is one less breath you have left. The version of you that existed yesterday is already gone forever. This isn't meant to scare you. It's meant to wake you up. When you truly accept that today could be your last, you stop wasting it on things that don't matter, pointless arguments, scrolling for hours, chasing approval from people who won't remember your name in 10 years. The ancient wisdom of self-mastery teaches that a person who lives with death as their advisor lives more fully than someone who pretends they have unlimited time. Time is the only currency you can never earn back once spent. You can lose money and make it again. You can lose a relationship and rebuild it. But a wasted day is gone forever. No refunds, no do-overs. This keynote forces you to ask yourself brutally, if I had 24 hours left, would I still be doing what I'm doing right now? If the answer is no, that's your sign to change immediately. Living with the awareness of death isn't dark. It's the most honest form of motivation that exists, because urgency creates action, and action creates the life you actually want. What others think of you is none of your business. Here's an uncomfortable truth. You are addicted to being liked. Every time you check your phone for likes, comments, or validation, you are handing over your peace of mind to strangers. The ancient path to strength was built on one radical idea. External opinions have zero power over your inner world unless you give them power. People will judge you no matter what you do. Stay quiet, you're arrogant. Speak up, you're annoying. Succeed, you got lucky. Fail, you weren't good enough. There is no version of you that escapes criticism. So chasing everyone's approval is a battle you can never win. The moment you stop performing for an audience and start living for your own standards, something shifts. You become unshakable. This doesn't mean ignoring feedback that helps you grow. It means refusing to let random opinions dictate your worth. Your value was never up for public vote. When you release the need for external validation, you gain something priceless: freedom. Freedom to make decisions based on truth, not popularity. Freedom to walk away from toxic people without guilt. Freedom to fail without shame, because your identity isn't built on applause, it's built on character. The people who impacted history the most were often hated in their time. Stop asking what will they think and start asking, what do I actually believe? You don't control events, you control your response. Life will hit you. Betrayal, loss, failure, rejection, none of this is optional, it's guaranteed. But here is the shocking secret almost nobody teaches you. The event itself is neutral. It is your reaction that turns it into suffering. Two people can lose their job on the same day. One spirals into depression. The other sees it as a doorway to something better. Same event, two completely different outcomes. Because the difference wasn't the situation, it was the mind interpreting it. You have been handing over your emotional power to circumstances outside your control for your entire life. And that's exactly why you feel exhausted, anxious, and stuck. The moment you understand that you cannot control the storm, but you can control how you sail through it, everything changes. This isn't about suppressing emotions or pretending you're fine. It's about choosing your response instead of being a slave to your first reaction. Pause before you explode. Breathe before you panic. Think before you assume the worst. This single shift from reacting to responding is the difference between people who get destroyed by hardship and people who get built by it. Every difficult moment in your life right now is either breaking you or forging you. And the only variable is your mindset. Choose wisely, because your response today is training your character for tomorrow. Comfort is quietly killing your potential. Nobody warns you about this, but comfort is more dangerous than failure. Failure teaches you. Comfort numbs you. Every day you choose the easy option, snoozing your alarm, avoiding the hard conversation, skipping the workout, staying in the job you hate because it's safe. You are slowly shrinking. The version of you capable of greatness is suffocating under layers of convenience. Ancient wisdom warns that a soft life produces a soft mind, and a soft mind collapses the moment real difficulty arrives. This is why people who seem to have it easy often break the fastest when a real crisis hits. They were never trained for resistance. Growth only happens at the edge of discomfort. That awkward conversation you're avoiding, it's the doorway to the relationship you actually want. That workout you're skipping, it's the discipline your future self is begging you for. That risk you're too scared to take, it's the bridge to the life you keep dreaming about. Comfort feels good in the moment, but it's a slow, silent thief stealing your potential one lazy decision at a time. The shocking part is that most people don't even realize they're being robbed because it doesn't hurt. It feels like relaxation. But real peace doesn't come from avoiding difficulty. It comes from becoming someone who can handle difficulty without falling apart. Choose discomfort on purpose before life forces it on you. Your thoughts are creating your reality right now. Here's something that will change how you see everything. You don't see the world as it is, you see it as you are. Your mind colors every single event with meaning before you even realize it's happening. A rainy day isn't sad, you decided it was sad. A silence from someone isn't rejection, you decided it meant rejection. This is either the most empowering or the most dangerous truth you'll ever learn, depending on how you use it. Most people let their mind run wild, unfiltered, unchecked, and then wonder why they feel anxious, bitter, or hopeless all the time. But once you understand that your thoughts are not facts, just interpretations, you gain the power to challenge them. Instead of automatically believing I'm not good enough, you can ask, is that actually true, or is that just fear talking? This single habit of questioning your own thoughts is one of the most underrated tools for a peaceful, powerful mind. You are not your thoughts, you are the awareness watching them. The moment you master that distinction, you stop being a victim of your own mind and start becoming its master. Guard your thoughts like your life depends on it, because it does. The quality of your thinking today is quietly building the quality of your life tomorrow, whether you're paying attention or not. Act now, tomorrow is never guaranteed. This is the final and most urgent truth. Waiting is the biggest lie you tell yourself. I'll start Monday, I'll say it later, I'll change next year. Tomorrow has never once belonged to you, and yet you keep spending your only guaranteed asset today on a promise that doesn't exist. The people you admire most weren't waiting for the perfect moment, they acted in imperfect ones. They started scared, unprepared, and uncertain, but they started. Every single day you delay, you're not just wasting time, you're training yourself to become a person who never follows through. And that habit compounds until it becomes your identity. The shocking truth is that most dreams don't die from failure, they die from delay. Nobody wakes up one day and decides to give up. They simply keep postponing until the dream quietly disappears. What would happen if you treated today like it was your last chance to start? You'd stop overthinking and start moving. You stop waiting for motivation and start building discipline instead, because motivation fades, but action creates its own momentum. This is your reminder right now in this moment. Stop preparing to live and start actually living. The life you want is not on the other side of someday. It's available right now in the next decision you make. What if I told you that you are already dying right now in this very second, and that this is the best news you'll hear all day? Every breath leaves you closer to your last one. The person you were yesterday is gone forever. And yet here you are, still scrolling, still waiting, still telling yourself you have time. You don't. Nobody does. And the moment you truly accept that, everything changes. Stop chasing approval from people who won't remember your name in 10 years. You are not put on this earth to be liked. You are here to be real. Every time you shrink yourself to fit someone else's comfort, you are betraying the one person who has to live with you forever yourself. Let them judge, let them talk. Their opinion of you was never your responsibility, and it was never your burden to carry. You will lose things. You will be betrayed. You will fail. Not maybe, certainly. But hear this clearly. The event is never the problem. Your reaction is the problem. Two people can face the exact same storm. One drowns, one learns to swim. The difference was never the water. It was the mind. Master your response and you master your life. And let me warn you about something. Nobody warns you about comfort. It feels like peace, but it is quietly stealing your potential, one lazy decision at a time. the alarm you snooze, the conversation you avoid, the risk you're too afraid to take. Every one of those choices is a small surrender, and small surrenders build a life of regret. Growth was never found in comfort. It was always found on the other side of what scares you. Your thoughts are not facts. They are interpretations, and most of you have been letting your mind run wild, unchecked, unquestioned, building anxiety out of assumptions and calling it truth. You are not your thoughts. You are the one watching them. The moment you understand that, you stop being a prisoner of your own mind and you become its master. And finally, stop waiting. Tomorrow is not promised. It never was. And yet you keep spending today on a promise that doesn't exist. Dreams don't usually die from failure. They die from delay quietly, slowly, one I'll start tomorrow at a time. What would you do differently if you knew, without doubt, that this was your last chance to begin? So here is your truth, plain and unshakable. You cannot control what happens to you, but you can always control who you become because of it. Death is not your enemy. Wasted time is. Criticism is not your enemy. The need for approval is. Hardship is not your enemy. Comfort is. Fear is not your enemy. Hesitation is. You were never meant to live a small, cautious, waiting life. You were built for something greater. And the only thing standing between you and that life is the next decision you make right now, today. This is not a call to be reckless. It's a call to be awake. Every principle in this speech points to one single truth. Your power was never in controlling the world around you. It was always in mastering the world within you. The moment you accept death, criticism, hardship, and uncertainty as teachers instead of enemies, you stop surviving your life and you start living it fully, fearlessly, and on your own terms. The best life isn't waiting for you somewhere in the future. It's available right now in the way you choose to think, respond, and act today. What if today was the last day you'd ever get? No warning, no countdown, just gone. Would you still waste it scrolling? Still swallow your words to keep the peace? Still stay quiet about the dream you buried for years? You are not guaranteed tomorrow. You never were. And yet you keep living like you have unlimited time, unlimited chances, unlimited next Monday. Stop. The storm you're avoiding won't destroy you. Your reaction to it will. The comfort you're clinging to isn't safety. It's a slow theft of everything you could become. And the opinions you keep chasing, they were never yours to carry. You were not built to wait. You were built to move, scared, unprepared, uncertain, but moving. So ask yourself right now, in this exact second, if this truly was your last chance, what would you finally do? Then go do it today, not tomorrow, today.